Some people are not looking to build lives with other people. Some people are literally just looking to have a good time. And when you are two already established people, guess what? You can just enjoy life. You can go on trips. You can go on concerts. You can go out to eat. You're not trying to get it out the mud in your late 40s. You're already established.
And there you go. These are cautionary tales, ladies. If you are a younger woman and if you are ambitious, you better find your man early, because the more ambitious you become and the more money you make, you're going to start to guard your money like a big, strong man, like Scrooge McDuck.
You going to say it? Yeah. Say fit check. Fit check. Come on. Okay. Hurry up. Okay. You're moving too slow. Okay. I'm moving too slow. Moving too slow. About to head out to a concert. You like my outfit?
As you can see, it says what I wear as a 45-year-old grandma.
Is you single and hunching? That's cool. 45-year-old. You off the date market? You just out here living wild and free with your thotty boots on? That's cool.
About to head out to a concert. You like my outfit?
Now she asking the kid, do he like the outfit? She talking about she about to go to some concert, a Mary J or something. I don't know.
This is normal. This has got to transpire. This got to run its course. I can't sit here and act like, oh, bring back shame. This got to play out. Y'all, sisters, better be careful. Shout out to HQ. This is when the gynocracy really starts to turn on itself, because y'all young sons, 25, 22, 18, yeah. Now I would throw that old snapper turtle on him. What you gonna do when you find out that Miss Pearly, paying for your son's gas and stuff, buying them Jordans?
That part. So that was the intro. Now she's 46 years old. All right. She says, I can't date men without a job.
So I was at the supermarket the other day and I saw this real nice looking guy, and I couldn't determine if he was actually buying groceries for himself or if he was an Instacarter. And my mind started to spiral, like, could you date an Instacarter? And then it made me think of, like, what careers would you not be able to date? Now, me as a 46-year-old woman, college educated, entrepreneur, own my own business, these are the people and their careers that I would not date. I'm not dating a drug dealer or scammer. I got way too much to lose to be caught up in any type of scamming you got going on. You know what I'm saying? You won't take me down. You know what I mean? A stripper, of course. A personal trainer. They be getting too much tang thrown at them. I ain't got time for that. What else? I don't know if I could date somebody who has a full-time job that I consider to be a part-time job.
Here we go. We just got done talking about B. Simone. This is the same type of thing. This woman is 50 years old. Talk about you can't have a 9-to-5. She has an education. She's a PhD and an entrepreneur. So you got to be hitting on something.
She said you can't be a male personal trainer. I got to say this, ladies. I respect certain occupational hazards, but no, men and women are not the same. No, if you are too intimidated and ain't woman enough to deal with a ninja that's in peak fitness and is presenting the world with his best self, just say that. Just say that. Say, I'm not willing to compete with that kind of dude. That's all. See some cap in your step, sister.
And at the age of 46, and I'm dating people who are in their 40s, you need to have a career. You need to have a career to date me. You need to have been at your job for almost 15, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? You should be pending retirement at this point. You closer to retirement than just starting a job. So I need somebody with some behind them. You know what I mean? Ladies, tell me what jobs would you not date?
There you go. She's going viral for this video. I think she did this video intentionally trying to gaslight people, and then she's gonna follow it up. And ever since then, they've been coming for her. People in the comments, they're making videos. She's like, look, you better be a boss if you want me.
Fair. Shout out to Mr. X. Granted, don't try to change her mind. She mean what she saying. She say what she mean. If you ain't a boss and you don't check her boxes, don't approach, don't complain, just act like she don't exist. I agree.
So this person in the comments says, just imagine if a man said this: wheelchair, deaf, disabled, all deserve love too. So he said, why do y'all get mad when people have preferences, a preference for dating and marriage?
There are plenty of men in the comments who are stating what they will not date. And this is just not, this particular video was about careers, but this in jobs, but this is also about overall. Why do y'all get upset when people have preferences for what they will not allow in their life? Who they are willing to date and who they are not willing to date. Yes, everybody deserves love. And people are going to get that love. Everybody is going to find somebody to love them. Trust and believe.
False.
But just because I don't want it or don't prefer it doesn't make me a bad person. That's just the preference for my life and my lifestyle. And it doesn't just stop at careers and jobs. It goes on to if you know how to manage money. If you take care of yourself. Like, I won't date somebody who isn't concerned about their health. Men who don't go to the doctor, men who don't work out, men who don't eat well. I don't want nothing to do with you because that does not correlate with my lifestyle and how I live my life. But that's my preference. You got other people who don't care.
Well, you don't qualify. So you can have the preference all you want. I can sit here and say my preference is to drive Lamborghinis and to live in 20 bedroom, 30 bathroom houses. That could be my preference, but I don't qualify.
So yeah, that works. That's that Y chromosome, Mr. X. Makes things very, very simple. All right. You don't run logic through feelings. You let logic stand alone and is strong. See that? Again, what she said that it's delusion. She said that everyone out here, any and everybody looking for love shall find that person. Have you folks not heard the Cry and the Swan songs of women talking about how they didn't get to have kids? They were married and it dissolved and they wish it didn't. What you saying is just 100% not true. She's saying life is fair and it's not.
Fair. You know what I'm saying? With my lifestyle and how I live my life. But that's my preference. You got other people who don't care. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad what other people want for their life. Worry about what you want for your life. And when people say, well, it don't matter if they like you, they like you. It does matter. Because like and lust only last for this long amount of time. But when you are thinking about sharing your life with someone, the things that you don't think matter and the things that you bypass simply because you like somebody are going to come up and bite you in the ass. You're going to get married to somebody and find out that they can't manage money. Now they got you in money issues. You're going to marry somebody, find out that y'all got different ideas on how you should raise your children. You'll marry somebody and find out that, hell, they might be DL. All of these things matter. And y'all be acting like having a preference and what you want for your life is wrong.
Here we go. We start off the show tonight with Kendra sounding just like this. Her and Kendra are the same age, 46 years old. These old, bitter, cantankerous women. Now, y'all act like everybody want marriage. There's people out here getting married and their husbands is zesty. There's people out here getting married and they getting STDs. And they try to demonize marriage so much because they don't qualify.
Every woman, every last woman that married a man that also liked men knew it from the get-go and she was desperate. I don't care. That y'all women can tell. You know when a man desires a woman or I ain't into you, y'all tripping. No, if you married to a zesty ninja, you was desperate and you turned a blind eye. Just acknowledge that and accept it. Stop. Anytime we get a chance to look at these guys they claim was zesty, like, shoot, you can see that ninja was zesty from 100 yards away.
That's how you build the life that you want. I'm not judging anybody based on their job as long as they love God. Please shut up.
So there you go. Another person having a preference is not judgment. It says a lot of people lying to themselves in these comments. A potential partner job absolutely matters. So if a PIMP love God, y'all dating them? This is a woman. So somebody on her side, apparently.
It's rage baiting. Understand it, fellas. Don't fall victim to this. It makes no sense. And it can be triggering because of how idiotic it is. It's rage bait. I learned the hard way too. They are trying to just get a rise. They ain't looking for conflict resolution. They're not looking to move forward. They just looking to sit here and go back and forth and get their endorphins going. Don't feed into it. Don't give them the satisfaction.
As long as they love God, please shut up. For real. Like this commenter said, a lot of y'all are lying in these comments, acting as if what your partner does not matter. Now, for men, it might not matter, because you'll have billionaires and millionaires who will date, somebody fresh out of high school, long as they 18. They don't care. But for women, it's a bit different. And, the pimp probably got a woman, but it ain't gonna be me. What somebody does for work matters. It matters a lot. It matters in the time that you're able to spend with each other, as far as, scheduling, who has more free time, who doesn't. It matters in what kind of dates you are able to go on based on what type of money that person makes. So if you have one lifestyle and your partner or the person that you're dating has a different lifestyle, that's going to impact what you guys can do together.
Listen, this woman's delusional. Y'all see the paintings on the wall? She saw one of these boss chicks, and they got the bag, but they can't get a man. And what we know about her is she is a single mom. She is a grandma. She a grandma and a single mom at bed. We know that much. So, and she's 50 years old.
She's right. If she meets up with a guy that is not on her level financially, and all that other good jive, there will be some conflict with scheduling and trying to have personal time together. However, what we are trying to let you know is that time has come and gone for the guy you desire. How do we know this to be true and say it with our chest? Because you're up here presenting like this. We know it's true. So stop, ladies. This is the unfortunate truth. Some of you waited too long for that prime experience. There's no other way to say it. You waited too long. You prioritize other things like your financial success over relationships wholeheartedly. Listening to y'all mama and them saying don't date no guy, don't worry about no guy. Guys got cooties. Shout out to Kendall.
Impact what you guys can do together. So it matters. And those of you in the comments acting like it doesn't, you're lying. But it's okay. So I heard there's this trend going around of women showing what middle-aged women look like. This is 46. Just came from the gym. No makeup, no eyebrows, no nothing. Just a little something to keep my lips from being dry. I'm about to head to the supermarket. And yeah.
You waited too long.
That part. And this woman fooling herself. I mean, she didn't wait too long. She mismanaged her kudakata. Hey, she didn't hold on to anything. The only way you can wait is if you held on. Y'all was out here having kids and all of that, your grandma. So you mismanaged. The game is over.
There you go. Yes, I definitely stand corrected. This ain't tucked away, babe. They want to start right now with their dating. How men can. She 47. She got her fancy car. She now has the time to go to the gym and get herself together. This is a guy. However, guys know at this point, they got to share their resources, i.e. pay to play. But her, she like, nah, I ain't sharing ish. And the guy that's on my financial level and all his gravitas gonna come and find me. It just don't work that way, sister, when he can literally have 25-year-old you. And they hate hearing that. But men want youth. Men want a guy that is at his peak, wants to maximize his outcome. Why would he choose a baby mom when he could choose a woman at her peak?
So this woman come up here. Here's her hubris. As y'all can see, she used to be 268 pounds.
So I went
and she now she claimed to be 195. Yeah, look at Auntie. She getting desirable meat. So she done lost 75 pounds or so. She says she was 268. She probably was 300 pounds, and she probably still weigh about 2-something. But she lost some significant weight. So that's why she's so bubbly. You can't look at them trashy tattoos. She had the tattoos when she was blowed out. You can't tell her nothing.
Mismanaged. Yes. Now she thinks she can reclaim all the years that the locusts took, huh? Where you at, Q? She thinks she can reclaim it. You're not a guy. Ladies, understand this. You're born with your value. Once you start to lose it, you can't reclaim it by losing extreme excess fat, by getting your bread up. You were blessed with a cheat code as a woman, born with value. You don't have to go out and get it. You just got to hold on to it. But y'all go out, give it away, and then think y'all can reclaim it. Don't work like that.
And I would say two things is true. Women like her, like she said, she did some type of work and she lost the weight. And she thought at this point here, she deserves a high value husband. No, this makes you a desirable side piece now. This makes you a certified USDA concubine. Like nothing more, nothing less. Here you was nug, catnip, now you just recreational use for more valuable men.
A resourceful man your age can give you something that he has never given any other woman. A number of things. You can't give that man something you ain't gave another guy. Kev said it best. I'm gonna keep saying I break it down many ways for y'all till it gets through y'all thick skull.
Man, so here we go.
This is 46, 1979, baby. Happy Monday. Please, we can date the daddy and the son. Ladies, I need all my 40-year-old ladies to come in here and let these men know that we have no problem. We have no problem getting men who are either older than us or younger than us. Me personally, I've never dated a man older than me, ever, at all. And I'm not just talking about, a couple months younger than me. I had a 35-year-old last week call me and say, I just want to see you next week. I just want to give you a hug.
She belongs to the streets.
Like you said, it's hubris. The meat gratification is what their ego is. And maybe these women don't want to be married in old age, but they tell the younger women the truth. Like, say, once you mismanage, you get my age. Because in the comment, it says only men in their 60s and up will be interested in a woman in their mid-40s. And she's saying it's not true. Y'all talk about a man in his 60s. I'm hunching men in their 30s. So it's like, y'all, it's like a back and forth type of thing. Well, they'll cut off their nose to spite their face because they ain't gonna let y'all talk ish.
No, you heard her. She said, I got it. She said, Mama still got it. She's letting us know that her youth is not gone. She said she got 30-year-olds in her inbox hitting her up saying, I just want to hug you. Nah. I just want to hug you. Nothing else. Is that new age for just a tip? I just want to hug. And she look at her. She's sitting there like, yeah, they own me. I can't beat these Winnies off with a stick. Young meat on me.
That part, like I said, because this comment, she think that most men, like I said, getting hunched on, we done said this a million times. Getting hunched on or getting your cudicata licked on is not an accolade. So they think that all men think like this when this guy say, oh, only a 60-year-old man gonna want you. And then she's trying to, that's her clap back. So she like, checkmate. Nah, not really, because I got 30-year-old man. Now what?
Busting your cheeks. Your practice.
Ever, at all. And I'm not just talking about, a couple months younger than me. I had a 35-year-old last week call me and say, I just want to see you next week. I just want to give you a hug. Got a 38-year-old talking about how much they love me. Please, it's never a problem. Please cut with the narrative that when you are a certain age, you are undesirable. Cat, all of that. Cut it, okay? I live a very full life. Options aplenty. I get on here and I tell stories. That's it.
Oh, here we go. Like I said, two things is true. These women get triggered themselves. There's two sides to every coin. We're over here at Carpet for the Horse. We never say, oh, and y'all can't get this and that. Granted, there are, red pill channels out there that say, oh, these women, that's not over here. So we know y'all can get hunched on. That is not an accolade. So they watch some of these channels say, oh, you women gonna, perish alone. Y'all can't get no man. All y'all can't get no man. Nobody ever said that over here.
No, nah. We say quite, you can get me. You can get me anytime you see fit. We acknowledge that. You want to salute? It's not accolade. It's not. Stop that. You can get these guys to give you this simpish, non-sexual attention, and the guys you like to bust your cheeks. You are desirable. I think that melanated women are the most desirable when it comes to hunching. Everybody want to hunch a sister, but not get in relationships with you modern raging hyenas. Get in a relationship.
Well, that's a comeback. She already said it. She said, y'all think all people want. If I said it's a never winning argument, they only up here to gaslight and trigger. So no matter what you say, they are like telemarketers. They're going to have a rebuttal. It's not a moment where they're going to say, oh, you're right. You're going to say, well, men just hunching on you. Why don't you get married? They're going to say, we don't want to get married. Why do y'all think all people want to get married? So it's a ring around the rosy. It never ends.
Another example of you can't fire me, I quit. Why? Because guys are never going to complain about this dynamic, ladies. No guy's ever going to complain that y'all are willing to give up the milk without the purchasing of the cow. Y'all are crazy.
I get on here and I tell stories. That's it. That's it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? And y'all fall for it every time. Every time. Every time. Ching ching.
If you just know you're that girl, you just have no choice but to be that girl. And I feel like I'm that girl.
So she say, she's on a date with a younger man who also makes sure her daughter has food too. So that was a to-go bag y'all seen. She says, while men are arguing in her comments, she is out on a date, getting her food paid for and her daughter food paid for.
Show me him. Turn the camera around. Let's just get into it. Turn that camera around. Let's look at the subject that's moving this way. Tell the whole truth.
Because it's based in hubris. Because her thing is, y'all saying, well, nobody do this for me.
No, we ain't.
Nobody said that.
Nope.
Where your husband at? That's the only, your standards are not our standards. So I think people like her and Kendra try to project. If we over here say the standard is marriage, that is what it is. Now, if your standards are much, much lower, that's your problem.
There you go. If you don't mind taking dinner dates from a guy you're not sexually interested in, think about that. So is that a flex? Yeah, I'm learning. I guess so. But these things don't end well, sisters. Y'all be conjuring up demons y'all can't control. Y'all better watch movies like Players Club. These innocent, harmless simps, they ain't so harmless. Y'all need to be careful. I'm serious now.
And I feel like I'm that girl. What if you don't stop feeling like that though? How can you be that girl?
You know what I find very interesting about this post is that everyone keeps bringing up money, and I never brought up money, not once in the video. I didn't say anything about how much somebody makes. If I wanted to deal with somebody who had money, I would date drug dealers and scammers. You know how many millionaires are scammers and thieves? You know how many people commit white collar crimes and have plenty of money? Yeah, I don't want to deal with thieves. It's not about the money. I don't want to deal with a stripper because I don't want my man waving his thing all around.
Now here she go. This is her. More of the comments. She says, sometimes money has nothing to do with preference. And the guy in the comments says, my barber clears $120,000. And she up here like Kendra. They're trying, I don't know what their deal is. Like, why are y'all, they so deep into these comment sections. They make videos about comments. If you are so busy and you don't care, why are these people triggering you like this?
I ignored it the first time she said it, but this is the second time she said she don't want a man that's a scripper. How many of you sisters out here coming across dudes that's a scripper as an occupation? Like, again, just the extremes they will bring up to try to make their points. I don't want no guy that's a scripper. Again, that's what a guy would say.
He probably makes a lot of money. Why do y'all keep equating it to money? A woman says she don't want to date a barber. It has nothing to do with how much the barber makes. It's probably the environment that the barber is in. She don't want to date a barber.
What?
Why do y'all keep equating everything to money? And y'all gotta stop talking. I heard somebody say this the other day. Y'all gotta stop talking six figures to women who make 7 and 8. Clearly, nobody was talking about money. Nobody said anything about money, but all the men in the comments keep talking about, oh, well, I work here and I make this. I work here and I make this. It wasn't about how much money you make. Ever. It's just.
That's another thing. So it's a two-way street. I would say for men, I wouldn't be caught deceased in one of these women comments arguing with them about what I make. And, it is what it is. Let her say whatever she wants for the most part. Like I said, you could make content maybe, but to be in the comment section trying to argue her down because she said she don't want to date a barber. And you're like, oh, I'm a barber. I make this. Don't feel offended, especially if you don't want her. If you don't want this woman, I don't even understand how it would affect you.
I've been saying that, fellas. If y'all really want to move the bar forward and really get these sisters to stop doing this, stay out their comments. They live for that. That same harmless, I understand. Well, I'm gonna set her straight. Yeah, my barber makes, clear as that. Yeah, I get it. I want to defend my barbers as well. Shout out to Brother Brooks. But only thing they looking for is attention, just like the algorithm. Boss Chick Bone Quisha, Desperate Bone Quisha, they are looking for engagements. They don't care how it comes. The fact that you sat there and type anything, it gives them satisfaction.
Certain things that people don't want to deal with. It could be scheduling. It could be the amount of women that you're around on a daily basis that would make it more prone for you to cheat. It could be several things. And no matter how much money you make, people don't want to deal with it. It's that simple, that easy. Okay. I knew that video was going to go viral because nothing gets the men more riled up on this app than Black women with standards. Because how dare we? How dare we not want your broke tail self? How dare we want stability? How dare we want someone who is equally yoked to us? Maybe it gets them going every time. It gets them going every time, especially when they don't meet your standards and or your preferences. The crazy part is that they'll get on this app, they'll tell Black women to pick better, but then when we have standards, they tell us that we should take what we should get. Then they'll bring in like God and like you should only like people for them and blah, 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 right? But didn't God say we're supposed to be equally yoked?
No, y'all really need to get interpreters for the Bible. Y'all will read something and y'all will misinterpret the hell out of it and mischaracterize it. The whole love God as you love the church and all. Some of these quotes y'all take them out of context.
Everyone, Mr. Hicks. Now, this we can speak indefinite, sir. Not some. Every last one. Everyone. I assure you, there ain't no sister like this would like Jesus at all in real life. It wasn't the fairy tale that the gynocracy painted it out to be. No, Jesus was walking around holding people accountable.
That's what I'm about to say. Somebody was talking about this the other day. Like, say, I'm real ignorant with the Bible. And they was describing Jesus. And so I said, Jesus was more like me and Mr. Walker than some pope or some righteous person. He was more like us.
I'm telling you, it's made up. The gynocracy made Jesus to be this just over forgiving guy with no standards. No, just unconditional love. God's and Jesus' love is so conditional. There's literal, they carved them into plates. Your goodness gracious, there are hardcore standards, fire, brimstone. But Bonquisha, like, no, they will take just little pieces of scripture, zero context, and just use that. It's what it say, ain't it? No, it's not what it say. Stop.
Which one is it? Which one is it? Got your panties in a bunch. And here's the thing, I graduated college when I was 23. I'm 46 now. Okay, back then, I started my career as a teacher at 23. So if I meet a man who's in his 40s, just say the same age as me, and he's in his late 40s, and he doesn't have a stable career, what have you been doing for the last 20 years? Because people say, well, maybe he switched careers. Okay, even if he switched careers, show me a track record that you've had stability for the last 20 years. What have you been doing for the last 20 something years? Because most of the people that I know who are my age, they've been at their jobs for 20 some odd years. Like I said, me and my girlfriend's been teaching, doing their job 20 plus years because we started working fresh out of college. And even if you change careers somewhere in there, again, what stability have you had for the last 20 something years? What you been doing with your life? Because if you coming to me and you in your late 40s and you just getting started, baby, there's a problem. Sorry, not sorry. There's a problem.
Listen, We all know the majority of Black women are broke, poverty level. I hate when they do this anecdotal stuff like Kendra. Everybody in my circle making money. We make $100K a month. There are stats showing the poverty levels of these single moms, which majority of y'all are single moms. So stop acting like all of y'all graduated college and been working at some career for the last 20, 30 years. All of y'all.
And they will call any job or gig a career, just how she did. What kind of guys with careers you won't date? I don't know what qualifies as a career. I don't remember exactly, but jobs and gigs are not careers. I'm pretty sure a career is something you can progress in, got certain benefits. Most of us have jobs and gigs. Stop it.
Somebody gonna want you, just not me, and that's fine. But no, you gotta come with something a little better than that. Absolutely, not too much. So I'll just share like X's or like the current rotation. So we have an Amtrak engineer, we have someone who owns their own transportation company.
So it says, so who would you date? Can you make a video of what you would date? Huh.
I guess that would be a good question for a logical woman that's not up here trying to rage bait. I guess if you want to have a conversation, but that's a stupid question for the person.
Too much. So I'll just share like X's or like the current rotation. So we have an Amtrak engineer, we have someone who owns their own transportation company, someone who plays basketball overseas, and someone who cybersecurity for the government, for the Social Security Administration. So nice hard working fellas, nice hard working jobs. They get up, they go to work every day. Every day they work hard.
So I guess she's describing some men on her roster. She's dating semi-pro basketball players and Amtrak engineers. I don't know.
This is dumb and extremely detrimental. If these guys, see what I'm saying? You women like this are becoming like capping as ninjas. Like, yeah, I got this lady on the roster. You talking like this, but if them ninjas could hear you, if it's true, God dang it, if it's true, if they could hear you talk like this, they would ghost you. You would be done. If these resourceful, respectable men knew you had a roster, it'd be over.
They work hard. You know what I'm saying? Got nice houses. Got their own stuff. Take care of the kids. Good fellas. Good fellas. Not too much.
She says, when you own the premier Black-owned activewear brand in the country, whatever that means. Premier activewear, is that like leggings and stuff? I don't know. When you own the premier Black-owned activewear brand in the country, what does that even mean? It's ambiguous.
You see, yeah, thank you.
You one of many? Are you saying you the only? It don't say only. So she just talking. This is crazy. Y'all just grandizing yourselves for nothing.
Yeah, premier. When you own the premier Black-owned activewear, premier. Come on, I tried to look it up. It won't give me a definition. Like, I know when Chevy used to come out with the cars, it'd be called the Premier. Is it the first showing?
Huh.
So yeah, it's not like it's the most successful, the highest selling. You see, just this is his first debut, I guess.
And she got them trashy tattoos, but you can't tell her nothing. Look at her bathroom. She got the nice tub back there. She like down in Atlanta or Houston or one of these places. And she living the life, you know. She got her a nice house, her kids. She an influencer. She own businesses.
One thing I know about real business folks and entrepreneurs that's really got respectable traction, they are too busy thinking about the next move to be up here going on a victory lap. See what I'm saying? I can uncover the cap in many ways. Ain't nobody. Shout out to the owner of Father Dearest that owned that liquor, that one sister. Ain't nobody, nobody really know about her until she had it done, had accomplished and acquired legend status. You are still in the woods. A lot of us are, and you up here doing a victory lap.
Well, I would say most of these people are not real business people. So a lot of their business revolves around social media like this. So, you know, selling Kudakata, selling clothes online, selling the persona online. So I would say a lot of these people, this is part of their bread. Even the men going in the comment section. Y'all help her make bread because she's gonna make a video about it. And so it's all part of that little ecosystem. So she making money off this one way or the other.
Now that I can get along with. At the same time, when this money comes like this, it never seems to be long-lived. It's almost like dope money. Easy come, easy go, right? That's what we seeing.
You're too shallow. You need to lower your standards. Tell your daughter that. Crazy, all these men in my comments telling me I need to lower my standards. I'm too shallow. But then when I tell them to tell their daughter that, I'm the bad guy. Guy told me, oh, you better have a bunch of racks in your bank account to be having all these standards. Tell your daughter that. Oh, you as a black woman, why would you tell me to tell my daughter that? You just told me that. Why is it okay for me to lower my standards, but you wouldn't give that same advice to your daughter, your mother, your sister, your auntie? But yet you're getting on the internet telling a woman what she should allow in her life. But yet that same advice is not good for the daughter that you're raising. Y'all too invested in strangers' lives. Go worry about your kids. Go worry about your daughter. I bet you're not telling her to lower her standards.
If my daughter was a 46-year-old baby mama and a grandma with tattoos all over her body, acting like you on the internet, I would absolutely tell her to lower her standards. But I am not going to tell my daughter, who is not even the age of 18, who has not made all the horrible decisions you have made. My daughter got a clean slate. You are FUBAR. You have mismanaged Kudakata. My daughter don't have mismanaged Kudakata. So I shan't not tell her to lower her standards.
Simple logic. This is another problem with the sisterhood. Women like this, she thinks she is comparable to an 18-year-old young woman. Yeah. Do y'all not see? Shout out to Kendra and these wild women that have no problem devaluing younger women. Do y'all not see just how detrimental this sisterhood movement is? When they get triggered, everybody got to burn. We're supposed to protect the babies. She should have never said that. She should have thought like a mother and a grandma, like, whoa, that's a baby. She precious. Unsoiled. I shan't say that because it's crazy, but she said it because she's crazy.
You're not telling her to date drug dealers and thieves, but you're telling me I should lower my standards and give people a chance. And you never know what God has for you. Please get off my page. So when two people get together and they're already established and have the houses, cars, dogs, and white picket fences, what else is there for them to build together? A life. They can build a life together if they choose to. Some people are not looking to build lives with other people. Some people are literally just looking to have a good time. And when you are two already established people, guess what? You can just enjoy life. You can go on trips. You can go on concerts. You can go out to eat. You're not trying to get it out the mud in your late 40s. You're already established.
And there you go. These are cautionary tales, ladies. If you are a younger woman and if you are ambitious, you better find your man early. Because the more ambitious you become and the more money you make, you're going to start to guard your money like a big, strong man, like Scrooge McDuck. And you're going to be like, oh, I can't bring no man in here. He might try to get me for my money. So now I just want to hunch and go on trips and let's play and have fun.
And you want this desirable guy to only have eyes and ears and meat for you. And y'all haven't built anything. You refuse to be vulnerable. He can sense that. Understand that, ladies. Just how y'all claim y'all got this woman's intuition, man, we ain't dumb. We can sense whenever you guys are holding back. And resourceful men don't complain. They don't whine. They will acknowledge it and start moving accordingly. And sisters like her, oh, he ghosted me. He started acting different. He shan't complain. He just gonna adjust.
So literally, you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. I come from a time where I've been working since I was 14 years old. Literally been working since I was 14 years old. That's what? 32 years I have been working. I can enjoy the fruits of my labor. And so somebody that I meet.
When did you have your first kid? She's 46 years old. She's a grandma. You know, when did you start having children? Like I said, we're going to have to look closer to this woman. You've been working since 14. You probably had a kid when you were 16, 17. So this is a lifetime of bad decisions. And now you're at 50 and now you're all cantankerous and think somebody going to bend to your will.
We need context on why you started working and where. Don't just say that. If there's drama and trauma there, which I'm sure it is, we need to know, because that context is important. For the young ladies, you know, if you were, you know, working in some nice, safe, girly environment, that's cool. But young ladies, y'all try to take on these masculine occupations, whether it be aggressive sales, you develop a masculine personality, and that masculine man you want to hunch on you ain't gonna like you.
Who already has their own house, car, kids are grown, guess what? We can have fun. We can do whatever we want because we're grown and we have the money to do so, the means to do so. We're not trying to scrimp and save and struggle because we're already established. That's the joy of being grown and having worked in your younger years.
Well, no, it's not the joy, it's the curse. Y'all using words all wrong. These are the curses of trying to be grown fast. So she said, I've been doing grown people stuff since I was 14. I've been hunching and having jobs. I'm almost 50. Now she's just tired. Look at this, man.
Because you done got addicted to penis juice, and now truth knocking you smooth across your damn forehead.
Nevertheless, it's spring and summertime is any and every single woman, high or not, it's their time to shine. Summertime. A lot more attention can be had rather than fall and winter. So they're going to keep this up. But I can't wait, and we're going to document. I'm going to keep track how their energy and tone changes as cuffing season comes into play, because that's when this all falls down. They can sit here and act like it's all good. They got their little money. But when it starts getting cold and nothing can substitute a big, strong man holding you, then we'll see if your tone is still the same.
Just a vacancy. Love don't live here anymore. You abandoned me. Love don't live here anymore. Shit.
We've all been there. Leggings that don't stay up while we trying to work out. We always got to pull them up. Not with FBF. Our leggings are all high-waisted with heavy compression, not like these ones. You see it. Snatched, baby. That thing. Do the squat, no booty crack. Do the squat, no booty crack. They don't move, no booty crack. Do the squat. You see it. Trash them old leggings and get you some FB.
Yeah, I don't know who they is, but yeah, this 50-year-old woman. She full of herself. As y'all know, she was almost 300 pounds, and she been losing the weight slowly but surely, and she getting more desirable meats. We done had this discussion many times. When these women lose this weight, you can't tell them nothing, especially if she got money too. Oh, man.
She done lost that weight, and she done went and got more tattoos. Yeah, when she lost that weight, she went back to that tattoo artist. Yeah, he gave her a new tattoo, and he glazed the tattoo. He gave it some special ointment. That water ain't cold. I did the ice bath today. She drunk. That is not, ain't no ice in that water. That water tepid. I could do this. I should have did this earlier today. This gets views? Huh? Because this is annoying. I just... Yeah. No, you got to sit in there till you go numb.
Shit.
That's not how it works.
My God.
Yeah.
My God, on today. Whoa.
That did nothing. That did nothing.
That's her. She did some kind of cold plunge. This is her IG. Like I said, we ain't gonna click on much of this stuff. We done seen enough of this woman. This probably ain't the last we done seen. We'll do more research and try to figure more out. But she
belongs to the streets.
So call me Liz.
Yeah. So she lost that weight. women like this, hey, you just gotta let them be. Ain't nothing we can say up here on this show or anybody that's gonna change her mind, or women like her. Just let time do his thing. Soon she'll be 50, she'll be 60, she'll be 70, and then it'll be over.
Can't tell her nothing. As long as she can pick up her cellular phone at 2 a.m. and call on Mr. Truck Driver, she thinks she hot-ish. She gonna continue dancing because she getting meat she desire. That's fair. We happy for her. Just keep that energy is all, because a lot of times you sisters change it up after a while. Don't come back talking about you want somebody to hold you at night. Use a harlot forever. Embrace it. Appreciate you, Squeegee Kid. Says, what a shock. One can subscribe to see exclusive content on her IG. She'll be on Kendra within a month. Holy cow, I'm not surprised at all.
So here we go. As far as her, Glazed Galaxy.
Oh, yeah, for shiggity.
We got us the gun line.
Tell them about the gun line, boss.
We may not know which way to go.
Oh Lord, see, this shit is gonna be dangerous. Some dark-winged duck shit. Let's get dangerous. I play the fool for the fool. Everybody plays the fool sometime. And no exception to the rule. Listen, baby, you hear me? I played the fool for a fool.